Yo, what's good, y'all? Welcome back to Nino's Money Moves with your boy Nino out here at Grubhub and trying to maximize as much out of my mileage as possible. Trying to reach that holy grail of $2 per gallon by the end. I mean, $2 per mile by the end of the day. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, tell all your friends about it. Waiting on my new order to come in. Oh, here go one right here. Well, that one was too low for the distance, which kind of goes into my point for today. Like I said, I've been doing this Grubhub thing for about a year now, coming up on my 1 year anniversary, you know what I mean? And I say for the first I want to say 8 to 9 months really, I was just taking everything that they threw at me. I really didn't know how it went down. I hadn't watched any videos or heard anything about it, you know what I mean? I just knew it was a delivery driving app, and I know I've been a delivery driver for about 15 years, you know what I mean? And there was no such thing as turning down a delivery. I mean, sometimes delivery drivers would like take the tickets and kind of like scoot them over or right and rearrange them to try to get the best orders up there and all that good stuff. But that was really kind of frowned upon if you kind of got caught doing that. But what's one of the things that I do like about Grubhub and the other delivery driving apps is you do have the power to decline, which leads me into my topic for today: the 5 things that new Grubhub drivers should know for 2023 coming up. It's November 17th right now, 2022. You know, we're coming up on the new year. Thanksgiving is next week and all of that good stuff. So it's probably going to be a big flux in deliveries that's coming up. So if you're new to the Grubhub thing, or you just signed on to that, or if you're new to delivery driving, period, you know, especially for the youngsters and all that good stuff, that's just trying to make some money, you know, to pay for their college tuition and all of that good stuff, or just trying to get some extra pocket change, or even if you're just an old head, you know, just trying to make some extra money, you know, to supplement your Social Security and all that good stuff. People got all kind of reasons on why they do the gig driving, as they calling it right now. So, but here are 5 tips that I have for new delivery drivers to follow in 2023 if you're going to be driving for Grubhub or any other one of the other gig driving jobs. Number 1, like we just got through going through, don't accept every order. I mean, and not just for the fact of turning orders down, but actually have a quota or a bare minimum. You know your worth, basically, because you're basically selling gas. There's no reason for you to be spending more in gas than you're making back in cash or tips. You know what I mean? So me personally, if my minimum goal is $1.25 per mile, anything under $1.25 a mile, I'm not even considering it, not even thinking about it and all that good stuff. I used to worry about my acceptance rate in the beginning, trying to get that 100% acceptance rate so I could set my schedule and all that good stuff. But me, my benefit, like I said, everybody has their own reasons why they're doing it. I'm a full-time Grubhub, so I can stretch my day out as long as I want to. I start my shifts usually at about 6 o'clock in the morning, and I end them usually when the sun starts going down around here, since daylight savings time didn't stop now, so it's going down about 5 o'clock. So I give it to about 5:30 usually to the sun, because I do not like driving in the dark, especially around here in the smaller towns like Evansville, you know, where you have a lot of back rural areas that people want to get delivered to, with a whole bunch of trees and obstacles and construction going on. So I try to just drive from sun up to sundown, give it a good 10-11 hours, so I have enough room to stretch out my deliveries and to be a little bit more picky with mine. You know, like I say, $1 mile when I'm at home. When I start off, I go to my center point, which is here at Dunkin' Donuts, which you get to one of my other points. But you know, usually that first one, I deduct the travel time that it takes for me to get, that mileage for me to get to my house, to my center point, to me, just for me to get into the groove. But I'm not worrying about my acceptance rate right now, because really I can't, not worrying about setting schedules. I have a longer day to get my quota in. You know, my minimum quota I try to make is $100 a day. You know what I mean? I need at least $600 to $700 a week just to maintain bare minimums, what I got going on. Got my hands in a few other pots, but I need at least $600 to $700 a week out of doing this, whatever delivery driving stuff. I signed up for a couple other ones. I'm waiting on my background check to, get a little scrubbed up a little bit before I continue the applications and all of that good stuff. But you don't have to accept every order. It makes no sense to drive 26 miles for $13. Why would you do that? Don't worry about it. Now. If you're just in it for just the money, you just need to get some quick gas money or whatever, just some food money. You can be a little bit less picky about whatever first come in. That's on you. But if you're really in this trying to make money, when I look at it, this you're really just selling gas. You buy gas at the lowest possible thing that you could possibly get, and you try to maximize your dollars per mile as much as possible. Get up to that holy grail of $2 per mile, maybe even $3. I've seen a lot of other delivery drivers in bigger cities where they have a larger cluster of restaurants and delivery areas where they can be a little even more picky with their requests, and they get those $5 for a half a mile delivery driving kind of thing. You can do about 10 or 20 of those in a couple of hours, make you a quick $100. That's $40, $50 an hour, just that quick. But in the smaller towns here where the restaurants are a little bit spread out a little bit, the dollars per mile kind of get a little bit smaller, but I know that the minimum that I can get on a regular, even without scheduling any blocks, is $1 to $1.25 per mile. And I just have to stretch out my time a little bit during the day. I used to try to get done by 2 o'clock during the weekdays, because I pick up my youngest boy from school at 2:30, and I try to maintain my radio station. Don't forget to log in and check out the radio station, the Internet Radio Live 100 WUIM. The link will be in the description below. Like, share, and subscribe. We're the home of the independent artists and entrepreneurs on that. Check us out. We play hip-hop, independent music, all that good stuff. Only station in the tri-states to support local artists, but you know what I mean. Don't accept every order. Have a bare minimum dollar per mile that you're willing to accept and stick to it. You might have to drive a little bit longer during the day, when you have your shift, but it will pay off in the mile, because you're basically selling gas. Number two, have a center point. What I mean by that, every delivery driver on Grubhub that I know of, I don't know if DoorDash or Uber Eats does this as well, but they give you a certain delivery range on the map that you have to deliver, that you have to start your shift. And if you're on a schedule or something like that, if you schedule a block, if you pick up a block, you have to be in that scheduled block to start it. And if they send you on a delivery outside of that range, then it's all good. But every delivery driver has its own, your own range, your homebound range. And then just have a center point where you go to after. If you don't have a delivery, and you just wanted somewhere to chill out, have a center point on your map that you can go to, and that's your home base. Like I say, mine is here at the Dunkin' Donuts here on North Green River Road here in Evansville. And it's kind of right in the middle. If you look at the map, it's right in the middle, basically, of all of the other restaurants, here in Evansville, because we have about, like 4 major streets that have food restaurants clustered in on them. We got this one, Green River Road. We've got Burkhart Road. We've got Main Street downtown. Then you got St. Joe, kind of St. Joseph Avenue West Side over there. And then you got the Pearl Drive over there near the west side where the college and all that good stuff. Those are the main clusters of restaurants here. So know where the main clusters of your restaurants are and have a center point. Now, the way any delivery that you come in, it's going to be a little bit more averaging of miles per gallon that you're trying to reach. You don't have to drive from way over there to way over there and just waiting, just burning gas for no reason. If you have a center point, deduct the mileage that it will take for you to get to that center point, then to that destination. You got to do a little bit of calculus on your mathematics to get to that dollar per mile, like I say, that you're supposed to, have, that you're trying to reach. But have a center point on your map that you go to at the end of your route, so you'll know how to gauge the distances between deliveries. I think it helps out, instead of just being, waiting over here on the west side, and you go over here to the east side and wait, and you go over here and just be waiting and just seeing what happens. Don't follow those hot spots. Those hot spots are nothing on the map. That just shows you where the last delivery just came from, but it's not going to tell you where the next delivery coming from. So, but have a center point, and at the end of your delivery, make your way towards your center point, and then engage whether or not your dollars per mile are worth it on the next delivery to take that next delivery. Number 3, which I think I haven't heard any other YouTubers talk about this or say this when it comes to delivery driving on any other apps, whether it's DoorDash, Grubhub, Uber Eats, Shop, whatever the ones they want to call them. Be ready to reroute. And this comes in when the apps give you multiple orders, what they call stacked orders. You know what I mean? You know, going, you know, two different orders maybe coming from the same restaurant or coming from different restaurants going to two different destinations. You know, sometimes the app will just give it to you in order. I don't know if it's like some kind of priority, you know, that they give these orders on what the routing and destination is, but I'll have one delivery coming from one store, and then I'll get a second one stacked in, and it'll say, okay, go to this store first. I mean, go to this other store next, and then take it to the recipient of that delivery first before you go to the one that you picked up first. You know what I mean? And I'm like, sometimes it don't make sense. But my goal is to try to end up as close back to this Dunkin' Donuts, my center point, what we were talking about, as possible. So I don't want to take a delivery that's going short here just to go all the way back over to some other direction, just to come back to my center point. What I'll usually do, I'll go to the furthest one first. Just like UPS and RPS and FedEx and all they do, when they route their drivers from their center point hub, wherever they pick their trucks up from, they route their routes from their furthest point out and then work their way back. You know what I mean? So once they make their last delivery, all they have to do is get into the hub, cash their truck in, and they're out of there. They don't have to make that far drive at the end of their shift, driving out. No, you don't want to do that. You want your final delivery to be as close to your center point that we talked about as possible. So be willing to reroute. You know, sometimes I've noticed that even when a Grubhub will give you multiple deliveries, and if they're going in separate opposite directions on your map, even if you go to the one that they tell you to go to first, sometimes they'll give you an alert saying, oh, it looks like you've accepted a delivery, but you're not heading in the direction of the delivery drop-off. If you don't make that delivery, it'll count as a violation. And I thought to myself the first time I saw that was, this is the order that you guys gave me. I didn't pick these orders. You did. Like I said, this is when I was selecting every order, even after I started being more selective or cherry picking with my orders. You know, they sent me that one the other day. I had two deliveries, one that was going over to Ravenswood on the south side, which is closer to my center point here, and one that was going out to Chandler, which is way outside my delivery range on the east side. And they wanted me to go to this one first, backtrack on my center point, go all the way back out there, and then come back this way. And I said, no, I'm not doing that. So I went to that one first, came back, made this one. The other one, they gave it to me. They sent me out there. I took it out there first. They sent me the alert saying, okay, take this one first and then come back and do that one. So I took that one first, and out like 3 times on the way out, taking that furthest one out first, they were like, oh, you're going the opposite way from the other delivery that you accept. I'm like, y'all gave me the delivery. So if they took it away, they was going to take it away. I wasn't worried about it. The miles per gallon on that first delivery was still going to be worth it, whether they took the second one delivery away or not, because it was the lower one anyway. But they didn't take it away. I think that was just a glitch in the matrix that they had to somehow they just didn't, haven't worked out. If we give you multiple orders, we're not going to violate you if you if you follow the directions that we tell you to go. So it ended up working out anyway. But then I tried it, like I said, I tried it the other way where I rerouted. They gave me the same message, but I still ended up keeping both deliveries. So it was all good. So number 3 was be willing to reroute, stay close to your center point, your cluster of restaurants, your home base restaurant as possible. Like I said, mine is this Dunkin' Donuts is right outside of Eastland Mall here on Green River Road. It's like 30 different restaurants right in my little vicinity. So it makes, since I'm not on the scheduled block, it makes it a little bit, more likely that I'm gonna get another delivery without having to drive way out of my way to get to the restaurant. Number 4, have a daily and weekly monetary goal. That way you're not just stressing out, just trying to take every order that you see pop up on your screen because you got this bill. Have a goal, a daily goal. Like I say, my daily goal is at least $100 a day. I need at least $600 per week, and I minus my gas after that, so about $550 maybe 550 to 525 every week. That's why I try to get as close to 700 as I can during the week to deduct my gas out, to be as close to that 600 after gas as possible, to cover the rest of my bills, make the car pay for itself, insurance, all of that good stuff. But have a daily, a monetary goal, but still be able to, take a day off. You don't want to have to be delivering every single day unless you want to. I find myself doing that every day because I really ain't doing nothing else other than a radio station, which I do in the afternoon. So I just get up, start my day off, make some money on that breakfast rush when there's not enough, not that much traffic on the streets. You know what I mean? People are driving with a little bit more sense in the morning versus the afternoon dinner rush. Oh man, that's why I don't like driving in the evening and night. I did that for like 9-10 years at a couple restaurants here in Evansville. I'm telling you, people do not know how to drive when the sun goes down around here. Everybody thinks that their destination is more important than everybody else's, so they just be driving like crazy, cutting you off. Oh my God. So I like getting my driving out of the way early in the morning, as they say. I start the first shift 6 o'clock, run until about 4 or 5 o'clock in the evening. If I get over my goal, that's great. If I still feel like doing a couple of them, that's cool. If not, I can shut it down and go on about the rest of my day. So have a daily and weekly goal that you can reach so you keep yourself from burning out. You'll be able to select the deliveries that will pay you out dollars per mile a lot more than just accepting whatever thing that Grubhub or DoorDash happens to put across the screen. And number 5, the most important, well, I ain't gonna say the most important, but what is one of the most important ones. I'm gonna do a part 2 of this one because I really had 10 things. I just don't want the video to be super long, but I'm gonna give you these top 5 right here. But number 5, and I experienced this yesterday and day before yesterday as well, don't chase mission pay. That mission pay stuff, that what they call, I guess, peak pay sometimes in DoorDash, and I don't know what they call it in Instacart and all the other ones, but in Grubhub they call it mission pay, where they give you, like, they send something like it used to be, we'll give you $1 extra per delivery if you complete 6 deliveries without skipping more than 3, which take your cherry picking ability out of the way completely. They just want you to take whatever they give you, and some of them deliveries be not gas worthy. Just even if they do give you that extra $1 per delivery, you're not making the money back because you're driving for like 50 cents a mile. You're not getting your $1.25, $1.50, $2 per mile delivery. They gonna send you some crazy deliveries trying to get you on that mission pay. So I think that's one of the biggest little scams they got going on right now, that mission pay. The only one that I do like, though, that I give Grubhub that they do, is the complete 1 delivery and get $3 extra repeatedly. If you give me that 1-to-1 every time I complete a delivery, I just get $3 extra every time, no matter how many of them I do within this hour or 2 hours. I like that one. That's all good. But that if you have to complete, like this, the other one they sent the other day was get an extra $24 if you complete 8 deliveries without skipping more than 2. I was like, oh, wait, that ain't. So that means that I have to take whatever comes across your screen just to get an extra $3 per delivery. Not guaranteed, because you got to think, when those kind of big deliveries come out, when those kind of big missions come out, everybody and their mama is turning on their machine right now. So it's not even guaranteed that you're going to get 8 deliveries within whatever time frame that they say that they got. Because I think it was like from 5:30 to 8:30 or 9 o'clock or something like that. But the deliveries were coming in so slow because everybody turned on their system, and I didn't have a scheduled block at all. I wasn't going to make that $8. I wasn't going to make that 8 deliveries. Plus they trying to send you 13 miles for $8. Even if you give me the extra $3 on that, that's only $12. I'm still not making my $1 per mile quota. So don't chase this mission pay stuff. No matter how much of a big number they try to throw. If they say you have to complete 6 deliveries in order to get it, or 8 deliveries in order to get it, if it's not just complete 1 delivery and get an extra $1, complete 1 delivery, get an extra $3, don't even worry about that mission pay stuff. It's not even worth it sometimes. So those are the 5 tips that I got for you right now for new delivery drivers and even experienced delivery drivers that probably just wasn't, didn't know about some of this stuff. I'm just learning about it. I've been driving for about a year now, watching a couple other ones do the YouTube video. So I decided to make make a channel myself to pass on the knowledge that I've, and experience that I've been coming across. Especially, like I said, I've been a delivery driver for over 15 years now, amongst other jobs, doing radio broadcasting and all that good stuff. So I like being out and about. I like, driving around and, seeing people smile when you show up, whether you're playing music or giving them food, all that good stuff. So this is the kind of job. So I just want to try to maximize as much of my money, my gas that I'm buying as possible. And I want you to as well. So don't forget to hit that like button down there. It helps the algorithm, so it can spread the word so all of us who are into this gig economy or thinking about getting into the gig economy can know what they're getting into and be able to make, as much money as possible. It helps us as drivers. It helps the consumers as well get their deliveries as quickly as possible, because you're not worrying about just drivers taking everything, going 30 miles out of their range with your delivery in their back, because they got two of them that's going way out of the way. They're being more strategic with their delivery so they can get you your food as hot and as quickly as possible. So like, share, subscribe, hit them buttons down there, share, with all your friends, and I'll catch y'all on the next video. Don't forget to visit our online internet radio station, Live 100, The Worm, the home of the independent artists and entrepreneurs. I'll leave the link in the description below. Peace.